Welcome back, YouTube. In today's video, we're going to cover a few important topics. Of course, we're going to go over where the pools of liquidity are, support, where Dogecoin is currently trending. But more importantly, we're going to talk about the important decisions that shorts has to make. Yesterday, we talked about the fact that shorts will only be able to push down Dogecoin so much until it's oversold, and then they're going to have direct confrontation with the retail consumer. And we're going to have that battleground, and then more than likely that battleground will be between 6 and 8 cents. And roughly, we're pretty much, I have confirmation on that based off of the action today of these shorts. Yes, we're going to take a look at it here, but the shorts have increased their position about 30%. If you watched the video yesterday, you'll see that they kind of covered some of those positions, but today they pretty much doubled down on that, and we are above the 200-day moving average again in shorts. And as you can see here, Dogecoin is positive, even though we are above the 200-day moving average in shorts. This is the battle that I was speaking of that they're going to have to kind of overcome in order to push Dogecoin down. Let's talk about it. So first things first, we're going to look at the pools of liquidity here and show the support for Dogecoin pretty much at the current price levels. We have some really strong support here at around the 82, 83 range. And typically what this means is if we get that breakdown, which we did, those buy orders will execute and we'll see a positive order if it overcomes any shorts and stuff that's or sell orders that are available. We'll get some some positive orders, and we will start trending upward. And this seems to be the case right here. We came down until we touched that the pools of liquidity here. Those buy orders executed, and again and again, and so pretty much we're coming up here until there's some light resistance here, and this seems like a really big order that's filling, and we may have a little upward trend here in the mid-8 range. But as of right now, as far as for sell orders, which is above the equilibrium that we're looking at, there's no massive down pressure right now to push Doge down dramatically or to try and break this this floor that's directly under Dogecoin right now. So as of right now, Dogecoin is moving a bit fluid, which is great because typically the shorts are more aggressive around like midday. So as of right now, Doge is moving a little bit more fluid, which is normal to the time frame that Doge has as short attacks and stuff like that. But Dogecoin is pretty much trending, and we do get those little breakdowns. Those buy orders are executing flawlessly, and Dogecoin is certainly getting the bounce. So this is really great news for Doge. And I know a lot of you have questions about the heat map here and how am I able to see like the buy orders and stuff like that, and what platforms. It's overlapping platforms from about 5 different brokerages in relaying that information. I have a link in the description to Bookmap, so you guys can check that out. So now on to the juicy stuff. So we see that Dogecoin appears to have walked off of a cliff. It's dramatically below the 21-day moving average, the 72-day moving average, the 200-day moving average is nowhere in sight. And it looks like Dogecoin is consolidating with the market because the entire market is bloody. Why on earth would Dogecoin be holding up better than a lot of the market? Why on earth would Dogecoin not be selling off since the rest of the market is? Well, under normal circumstances, that would be the case because Dogecoin is being held and being purchased at very alarming rates. But as we've talked about the last few days, you cannot have something that's trending green or that appears to be hedging against what's going on because you're going to have the opposite effect on what you're trying to accomplish. So therefore, you must be really aggressive in order for Doge or that particular asset to have the breakdown that matches the current market cycle. And this is what we're seeing here with Dogecoin. We've seen Dogecoin dip down to around the 6-cent range and then rally and get those buy orders and stuff start coming in, being really aggressive. And Doge pretty much has rebounded to around 8 cents. So much that Doge is even back in the top 10 as far as for market cap of all cryptos. This is a testament to let you know just how strong those buy orders are and how well the community is holding Dogecoin. See, sometimes you have to, this is why you have to look at the macro, and this is the importance of cross-referencing charts, because sometimes they know that you're able to see the data and they're going to do their best to manipulate it so that it appears that Dogecoin is just simply trending with the market, because I see this a lot. Oh, all the crypto is down, but you have to take a deeper look and start dissecting and making sense of things, because if Dogecoin is the most held crypto, if 65% of all Dogecoin, of all wallets contain Dogecoin, then and if the community was selling off, there would be no need for shorts to have to get more and more aggressive the lower the coin goes. You would have a natural sell-off just by retail. But that's not the case, because every time we have these sell-offs, we see that shorts are matching those sell-offs, and they come in, they come out. Yesterday, we saw that shorts did not execute their position to leave out all the way. This indicated, this is why I said it was possible that we're going to have a retest. This indicated that they were going to try and go lower. And we're going to take a look here at the shorts chart. And if we take a look here at the shorts chart, that's pretty much the case. We see that we had the shorts build, and they had them build, and they covered some position. They got us off of the 200-day moving average. And we see that here they came back in a big way today, and which shot us well above the 200-day moving average. And as you can see, another green candle is forming. This is what I was just going to get to. I was going to say, if they are going to try and get Dogecoin down, and if the community is putting up a fight, this is that battleground I was telling you about, because at some point it will be oversold. This is when I believe that we're at that point now, is when you get to a point where it's oversold, the community is going to say, this is a great deal. I'm comfortable buying here. This is going to do wonders for my DCA. This is a great entry for me. And so the shorts, when they come down here, they're going to meet retail buying pressure, and you're going to have that pushback. So they have two choices. And we know that they don't want Dogecoin to rally, because that will show them up, and it'll be obvious that this whole thing is a fraud. So now, when you're this deep in, you really only have one choice, and that's kind of to grow the cancer. So more than likely, they're going to try and double down on these shorts to break that support and get Dogecoin lower with the rest of the market. Why? Because I do believe that with the raising rates that the Fed has done, and these over leveraged positions across these different hedge funds and brokerages, I believe they need more money, and they're going to have to extract that from coins like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and stuff like that. So those coins are going to have to go lower. But Dogecoin has to go lower with them. Otherwise, it will show up that Dogecoin is a hedge against some of these bigger coins. And you cannot have that. That will be that'll be like the worst nightmare for some of these manipulators and these hedge funds and these institutions in the marketplace. So they're going to have to double down, and we're more than likely going to see an even further spike in shorts in order to get Dogecoin down lower. This is and we can see that it's building here. I'd be very surprised if we got a red candle and they consolidated and they consolidated some of these positions. I believe that we're going to see a spike similar to what we did back in February, where we're well above that 200-day moving average. We're going to see how this plays out, but we see a little green candle here that's already forming. Maybe they'll back out. I doubt it, because the buy orders and the support for Doge is great at these prices. So I'm expecting shorts to pretty much try and get Dogecoin lower. And this is that battleground this is that fight that I was speaking of yesterday. People often ask me, David, what do you hope happens to Dogecoin? I know you predicted like the 6 cent thing looking at the charts. Do you hope that we're able to rebound from 6 cent? And as you can tell by the title of this video, I hope they get Dogecoin down to a penny. I would love for them to short this thing like into oblivion. And I want it to go to 1 penny, and then I want everybody to remove their coins from the exchanges so they can't short it anymore. And Dogecoin not even goes to the moon; it goes to freaking like Jupiter or Pluto or something like that. But we have to remove the coins from the exchanges. I'll cover that in another video. But this is literally the opportunity that's going to change everything. This is similar to those plays like last year when AMC was at around like $18 and they shorted it down to like $2 before it went to 70. These are the kind of play. This is similar to those opportunities here when you have this play up here and they take their time and they manipulate and they lie and they publish articles and they short like hell and they get the price down, they break support, and they're trying to trend it down with the market, and they get it down here, and the retail just overwhelms them with their buys, and they're not able to manipulate the coin anymore. Because if you look, you can verify this on your own. The brokerages are holding roughly about 82% of Dogecoin. There's only 18% of the coins available to purchase. This is why I love the fact that they're running these shorts up, and it gives us the opportunity here to really position us for something amazing. And yes, I'm talking about the potential for a squeeze, but we're going to have to remove our coins from the exchanges to do that. Otherwise, they're going to feel free to lend them out like crazy. Roughly, there's about 135 billion coins available. Institutions control about 82%. We know that 82%, whether that's their personal holdings or people simply, or the other people's coins that they purchased, are being held on the institutions' platforms. We know that 82% of the supply is there. That's roughly about $110 billion, 110 billion coins. There are only roughly about 25 billion coins available that's actually on the free float, that's not being held directly by these brokerages. So the math isn't there. Dogecoin is oversold, and this is why they're desperately trying to pretty much break the trend here and kill that momentum, because eventually, especially at these prices, the cheaper they go, and God forbid if it went under a penny, the cheaper it goes, the more coins people are going to be able to accumulate for next to nothing. And this is literally where the magic happens, because as they short and create these fake sell orders because people aren't selling to create this downward pressure, you can think of this as a rubber band, right? You take a rubber band and you pull it back and you pull it back. But what happens? At some point you're going to have the opposite, the same momentum on the opposite side, because before you reach an equilibrium price, when you BS in the markets, you're going to have the coin actually overshoot on the other side. This is why I said that there can be some bit of like an overspill from the actual 6 cent. We can actually go, when they try and break that wall, they're going to need these massive sell orders so you can actually get something lower. But on the opposite side of that, what happens is it's similar to a rubber band. When you pull it back, it overshoots and it swings the other way. All that downward pressure is, matter of fact, you can even use a spring analogy, right? The harder you push it down, the more violent it springs back up. So this can literally have that dramatic effect. I've never been the type to be like to the moon or put stuff or say stuff like that, but this can literally have that violent eruption in the market when they overshoot this coin so low, and they're not able to either come up with the coins or even cover those positions if the coins are not available for them to exit them. And so this is literally a very pivotal point for the Dogecoin community and for how the coin is going to be treated going forward. If the community removes its coins from the exchanges and there are no more coins to buy, that 25 billion coins, they push it down to God knows what, the economy, falls apart, coins are cheap, the community buys, and that free float is not there for them to play with anymore. How much do you think each coin is worth? It'll be worth more than 72 cents. I can tell you, 74 cents. I can tell you that. And people often say, oh, well, the inflationary rate and the 10,000 coins per minute. If Dogecoin is going to be the currency of the internet and us to be using it on these major platforms or Twitter, or using it as a method of exchange for household goods, etc., 135 billion, even at $1, is not enough. I did the math on a separate video breaking it down, but it's something like a few $1,000s a piece based off of the current holders of Dogecoin. So it's not as much as you think, but that's a topic for a separate video. The point is, Dogecoin is dramatically oversold as it is, because they have, in order to get Dogecoin at its current prices, they had to BS and short like hell in order to get it down. And now it looks like they're gearing up to continue this, to try and make sure that Dogecoin is on par with the rest of the cryptos as they continue to vacuum out the markets. So this is at the point where things are going to get really interesting for Dogecoin, and where the next direction of the coin and where the consolidation will actually be. We're reaching the point of direct confrontation between institution and retail buyers yet again, but this time it's here in Dogecoin. And of course, I'll be keeping you posted on developing events and keeping track of this, and letting you know how we stand and what strategies they are potentially going to use. It is absolutely free for you to support the channel. You can do this by sharing this video with a friend and making sure that both of you are subscribed to the channel. I do hope you found value in this video, and don't forget to check out BlockFi. You can get up to $250 when you open a new account. And yes, that is including in Bitcoin and Ethereum. I appreciate all of you. Thank you. And until next time.